Окей, привет. Меня зовут Майкл. I'm Michael. How are you guys today?
Michael, I just want to know that you were a student and you became a trainer, a teacher. Tell me, was it difficult? How did it happen?
Well, it happened that, I got my TAE. I actually studied for it. Then, I called one of my friends. I asked him for the job. And then, yes, I had to have some current Australian experience, which I had because I was managing the startup. And then, also, of course, I had to know some of the requirements for ASQA, which is the regulator for the colleges. And then I just got the job. I mean, in the beginning, I didn't get much money in the beginning because I didn't have much experience with the teaching, but they were like kind of happy with me because I was very patient with the students, because you need to be patient as well. You need to be also helpful to the students, and you need to know what you're talking about or what the subjects you're talking about. Then I came to AAC. At AAC, it was a little bit for me shock because, as you know, at Sydney Metro College, I had a lot of Nepalese students, where you can take it easy, you can be easygoing. With the English students, they have higher expectations, and of course, if you're gonna apply that you are a teacher and they are just students, it's not gonna help you. So in the beginning, it was very challenging because I had 20 people 20 English students in the class, 50, and around 15 Asian students. So it was very challenging, but I managed to do it, and everyone was happy at the end of the day. It was kind of interesting, but also it was challenging because I had to really prepare the classes. I had to really give them some lecture and give them some additional value, convince them that being in the college is also good for them because they can network with other people. It will open. So yeah, I had to convince them that it's gonna open for them the different opportunities, and also they can be also interact with other people from different culture. So yeah, it was challenging, but it just came up with a happy ending. So yeah, I got more and more experience because it's not just about just sit. It looks like that you're sitting behind a table, and it looks very easy. That's what I was thinking when I met Andrei Lobrits, and lawyers. I was thinking, oh, he's just sitting, just talking something, and then it's just easy, but it's not actually easy to just sit behind the table, and then you have, let's say, British students who has high expectations, and you need to meet their high expectations, so it's not that easy. But by experience and by learning more and more, you just understand what you need to have also knowledge, and to just tell them something, what is additional value, right? Would you pay the course where you're not going to get any additional value? Probably not, right?
Of course not. Look, Michael, now it's challenging time. You said I like your word, challenging. It's challenging time. What what is what does it mean for you to be a trainer during the COVID times?
Well, during the COVID time, so let's say I was working at Elite, and at Elite I had to work through the Zoom, right? So at Elite we had to have 8 hours recorded Zoom classes, which is probably for someone it's maybe challenging because you need to talk and you need to interact with students for 8 hours. There was only one break, for half an hour for the lunch, and of course some small breaks for 10 minutes, like work health and safety, to just stretch yourself. But it was different experience than in the class. But because it's recorded, you need to be like make sure that you're following the session plan, you're following the lecture plan. You need to be like kind of also aware of what you're doing, that your camera is in and all the other things. So yeah, it was just it was not it was easy to work from the home, but I'm not sure. I mean, it sounds like easy working from the home, but then of course um, you're gonna get more work because you need to more prepare. You need to more prepare the content. You need to be because you're gonna speak to audience through the Zoom. So you need to also like do role plays and presentations for the Zoom. So you need to wait for people. They're gonna book you in. So in the class, you can maybe the two people can present and you can have a discussion, which might take a little bit less time than through Zoom. Some people are not very technologically advanced as well, so it could be also challenging.
Would you continue if it was up to you and your will? If you didn't think of the immigration outcome, would you consider this business, this profession, this qualification as your future?
Well, it depends on everyone, what everyone wants to do. Like, of course, let's say being a trainer, if you want to go higher, like academic manager, first of all, there are a lot of regulations in place, and it's already now very hard regulated by ASQA. So I think it depends on the college, right? So let's say if you have a good people to work with, like let's say I have a deaf college and they put a proper system in the place, the work is not hard, But if you have a place where the system is a bit challenging and the owner wants to a little bit save money, it could be hard, challenging, stressful, and I don't know, everyone has a different dream, or everyone has a different goal.
But what about you? Would you continue, or you would go to PhD, or what would you do?
I would look. I like teaching, and I like the classes I have because I have many of English-speaking students, like from Canada, USA, and UK. So I would continue, but I would continue as a contractor, just let's say 15 hours or maybe weekends, not like considering as a full-time job or just one source of income. I would like to have another source of income.
But this is what they expected us to do. They said that the training job is not for full-time position. Basically, it's for professionals who want to teach. Trainer. This is the proper approach. But tell me, what would you do in this case apart to be a trainer? What kind of business job? What would you do?
Look, I got offer from one bank to work in a bank. So I would probably do something in finance or something in accounting, or something related to the business. Okay, if I don't have a training job, and and then I would, let's say, I know a lot of people who work, let's say, full time in the bank or as an accountant, or on Saturdays and evenings they teach, because it's a good additional income, right? So, yeah.
In my opinion, it's self-realization. So you feel more confident if you can share your knowledge and your experience. So
that's right.
Good, to multiply your job satisfaction.
Yeah.
And would you consider a PhD and doing like lecturing job if it was normal times? Would you do that? Or?
Look, I had, when I was at KY, I had a lecturer who his name was Kian. I still remember he told me that he basically done the PhD, and he was teaching in destinations like Kuwait, Bahrain, Dubai, where he actually made a lot of money because he said that the taxes are very low, and they, like, if you have PhD somewhere from overseas, you get a lot of good money. So yeah, I would consider it. Why not? Because then if you have a PhD, let's say from Australia, I think you can also teach like internationally, like through other universities. You're well connected if you're good. So I think it would be good. Yeah, so probably I would consider a PhD because it's a good for future, but it depends, everyone else is different, so they probably will, I don't know, some people want to do business, or some people want to invest in the stocks and share market, so it depends on other people, so. But yeah, for me, I am considering it even now. I'm still considering PhD. That maybe would be a good idea, because still people would like to get education and get educated. So
we don't know what's going on in the future. Tell me, what would you advise people who want to think of this qualification and this job actually? What would you advise them with? What should be done? What shouldn't be done? All these whereabouts.
Okay, if you want to have if you would like to teach, having a teaching job, maybe you could come to college, or maybe if you have a friend who is a teacher, maybe just go and have a look. What is actually what are actually responsibilities and duties of the teacher, to just kind of have a clear picture what you need to do, because I know that like from the big picture, like, oh, it looks very easy, but it's for me it's now easy, but in the beginning when I started I was questioning myself of, oh, what I'm actually doing here, you know. So yeah, because there are a lot of things which you need to know, and you need to follow some, you know, regulations. And if you want to, like, let's say there are some regular audits as well, so if you want to be like really proper teacher, then you need to like mark assessments properly. You need to read, you need to check if the let's say assessment was not copy and paste from let's say other students and all these things. So that's all required time as well. So yeah, it's not just, yeah, you're gonna be in the class and talking about the business and just that's it and that's finished, but you need to also do some observations and have some judgment of the student. If he can demonstrate this skill or this knowledge, then you need to also mark assessments as well, which maybe in the beginning it might be challenging because you need to like spend a little bit more time to understand what's the assessment about. So you need to first, what I would advise is basically come to see what the teachers are doing, what is involved in this job, then probably go to ask our website, have a look what is required to become the teacher as well. Maybe try to get understanding, okay, how the assessment needs to be mapped. Well, go to training.gov.au website, have a look what are the elements of some of the units, okay. And if you have diploma of business or any other qualification, and if you have some experience in business, maybe try to, and you have new TAE, then just try to apply for the job. Maybe if you never try, you never know, maybe you will like it, you know. So yeah.
Thank you,
Okay.
Michael.
Thank you very much. And
До свидания.
пока, guys. До свидания.